Welcome, everyone. Today we're going to talk about something that can completely change your life. Today we'll learn how to talk to anyone in English with confidence, not with fear, not with shame, not with nervousness, but with power, with belief, with progress. And let me tell you clearly, you don't need perfect grammar. You don't need to speak like a native. You don't need to memorize 1,000 rules. What you really need is courage, practice, and the right method. I know how it feels. You see someone you want to talk to, maybe at school, or at work, or at a party. You want to say something in English, but your heart starts beating fast. Your brain becomes silent. You feel small. You stay quiet. And then later, you feel regret. You ask yourself, why didn't I say something? You are not alone. Millions of English learners feel the same. They have ideas. They have thoughts. They want to speak. But something is blocking them. It's not the mouth. It's not the vocabulary. It's the confidence. That's why this video is here. To help you finally break that fear. To help you finally talk to anyone in English with full confidence. Even if you're just starting your English journey, even if you feel shy, even if you failed before, this video is your new beginning. I promise. By the end, you will feel stronger, clearer, more powerful, and ready to speak with anyone, anywhere, at any time. This video is not theory. It's not boring rules. This is real training for your mind, your mouth, and your confidence. Step by step. Slowly, clearly, powerfully. Now let's begin the journey. Step 1. You don't need perfect English. You need brave English. Most people think like this. I will speak English when I become perfect. They believe, first I will study grammar, then I will speak. First I will fix my accent, then I will speak. First I will become fluent, then I will speak. But this thinking is wrong, because that day, the day you feel perfect, may never come. Do you know why? Because English is a living language. It is always growing, always changing. Even native speakers make grammar mistakes. Even fluent speakers forget words. Even professionals pause and search for the right sentence. So, if you are waiting for perfection, you will wait forever. Now listen carefully. You do not need perfect English. You need brave English. Brave English means speaking even if your sentence is not 100% correct. Speaking even if you forget a word. Speaking even if you are afraid. Speaking even if your accent is different. Speaking even if someone laughs. But you keep going. Speaking even when your hands are shaking and your voice is soft. Brave English means this. I know I am not perfect, but I will speak anyway. I will try. I will learn. I will improve. And do you know what happens when you start speaking bravely? Your mind becomes stronger. Your mouth becomes more used to English sounds. Your fear becomes smaller. And slowly, you start speaking more fluently. Fluency is not a gift. It is not magic. Fluency is a result of small, brave moments every day. Let's say you're at a cafe and you want to ask someone, is this seat taken? But you are afraid of making a mistake. You stay silent. But if you use brave English, you say, sorry, can I sit here? Simple, not perfect, but brave. And the conversation begins. You want to tell your teacher, I didn't understand the last lesson, but you're shy. You think, what if I say it wrong? Brave English says, excuse me, I didn't understand. Can you explain again? That's not weakness. That's strength. That's growth. Every brave sentence you speak is a step toward fluency. Every small mistake teaches you something. Every moment you open your mouth in English, even if it's not perfect, you are building your real confidence. Confidence is not born. It is built, brick by brick, sentence by sentence, mistake by mistake. So from today, I want you to promise this to yourself. I will not wait to be perfect. I will speak now and become better every day. That is brave English. Step 2. Build your English talk muscle with small steps. Think about your body. When you go to the gym or start exercising, can you lift 100 kilos on the first day? No, your muscles are not ready. They feel weak. They get tired quickly. But if you go every day and you start with light weights, slowly, your muscles become stronger. And one day, what felt impossible becomes easy. English speaking works the same way. Your mouth is like a muscle. Your tongue is like a muscle. Your confidence is like a muscle. Your speaking brain is also a muscle. And all of these muscles must be trained. But the mistake most learners make is this. They don't train their English speaking muscles. They only listen. They only read. They only watch videos. They study silently. But they don't speak. They don't move their mouth. They don't use their voice. So their English confidence becomes weak. Now listen carefully. If you want to speak English with confidence, you must train your English talk muscle. How? Not with big speeches, not with complicated lessons, not by waiting 6 months, but by doing small things every day. Let me show you what that means. If you say just one sentence out loud every day, your talk muscle starts growing. If you repeat a simple phrase like, "How are you?" 5 times a day, your talk muscle becomes stronger. If you speak one line in the mirror every morning, your talk muscle becomes more confident. These may look like small steps, but every small step builds strength. You don't become strong in one day. You become strong by showing up every day. Here are small steps you can do to train your English talk muscle. Wake up and say, "Today I will speak without fear." While brushing your teeth, say, "I love learning English." While eating breakfast, describe your food. "I'm eating bread and fruit." Before sleep, say, "I learned one new thing today." Look in the mirror and practice. "Hello, how are you? I'm learning English." Each time you say a sentence out loud, you are doing English push-ups. Each repetition makes your speaking muscle stronger. And over time, that strength becomes confidence. If you don't speak, your muscle stays small. If you speak daily, even 1 minute, your muscle starts growing. Remember this forever. You cannot study your way to confidence. You must train your way to confidence. And training happens in small, simple steps. So stop waiting. Start speaking. Today, say 1 sentence. Tomorrow, say 2. Next week, speak for 1 full minute. Soon, you'll surprise yourself. That is how real English speakers are born. That is how shy people become confident. That is how you build your English talk muscle. Step 3. Memorize 5 safe, easy sentences for every situation. Let me give you one of the most helpful techniques for English learners who feel nervous, shy, or confused about what to say. Most people feel scared in conversation because they don't know what to say. Their mind becomes blank. They search for words. They try to translate. They panic. And then they stay silent. But what if you already had the sentence ready in your mind? What if you didn't have to create new words every time? What if, instead of fear, you felt prepared? That's the power of memorizing 5 safe, easy English sentences. Let's understand this slowly. Think of these sentences like your tools. When a carpenter works, he doesn't build a new hammer every time. He uses the tools he already has. He becomes fast. He becomes confident. In the same way, you need ready-made English tools in your brain. You don't need 500 fancy words. You need 5 strong sentences that you can use in real life. These are called safe sentences because they are simple, they are useful, they work in many situations. You can say them confidently. They protect you from fear and silence. Let me now give you 5 powerful example sentences. 1. Hi, I'm learning English. Can I talk with you for a minute? 2. Sorry, I didn't understand. Can you repeat that? 3. That sounds interesting. Tell me more. 4. I'm not perfect in English, but I really want to improve. 5. Thank you. I appreciate your help. Now imagine this. You practice these 5 sentences every day. You say them in the mirror. You say them while walking. You say them out loud when nobody's watching. You record yourself saying them again and again. You write them down. You repeat them until they feel natural. Soon, these sentences become part of you. And when the moment comes, when you're in front of someone, when your brain feels fear, your mouth still moves because the sentence is already inside you. That is real power. That is real preparation. It is better to have 5 strong sentences you can speak anytime than to study 500 grammar rules and say nothing. These sentences become your anchor. They give you something to say in difficult moments. They give your brain a break. They give your mouth practice. They give your confidence protection. Once you master 5 safe sentences, you can add 5 more next week, then 5 more after that. And very soon, you have a collection of confidence, a collection of speaking power. This is how you grow, slowly, steadily, safely. So your mission now is this. 1. Write down 5 safe, easy sentences that match your daily life. 2. Memorize them like songs. 3. Practice them every day, out loud. 4. Use them whenever you get the chance. This is how you prepare for real conversations. This is how you stop freezing when it's time to talk. This is how you grow into the English speaker you dream of becoming. Step 4. Practice shadowing. Train your mouth like an actor. If you don't know this technique yet, don't worry. I will explain everything, clearly, slowly, and deeply, so that you understand exactly what to do. Shadowing means you listen to a native English speaker and you copy them. Not silently, not in your mind, but out loud, with your voice, with your mouth, with your energy. You don't wait. You don't think too much. You don't translate. You listen. And then you speak exactly like they speak. How to practice shadowing, step by step. 1. Choose a short video or audio, 30 seconds to 1 minute. Make sure the speaker is clear and natural. You can use English movie clips, podcasts, speeches, or YouTube videos. 2. Play the first sentence and listen carefully. Don't speak yet. Just focus on the sound, tone, and rhythm. 3. Now pause the video and repeat the same sentence, out loud. Try to copy the voice exactly. Say the same words, same speed, same emotion. 4. Repeat the same sentence 2 or 3 times until your mouth feels more comfortable. 5. Move to the next sentence and do the same. 6. After you finish the full video, go back and try speaking along with the speaker without pausing. You are now shadowing like a professional. Why does shadowing work? Most learners do not train their mouth. They study grammar. They memorize vocabulary. They read books. They listen to English. but they don't speak enough. They don't move their mouth enough. So their mouth is not ready when real conversation comes. But when you do shadowing, you train your mouth and your brain at the same time. You learn pronunciation. You learn sentence rhythm. You learn voice control. You learn how native speakers sound, and your brain begins to copy that sound naturally. Think about this. How do actors prepare for a role? They copy lines. They repeat them. They use emotion. They practice speaking in front of a mirror. When you shadow, you become an English-speaking actor, and your performance becomes real. You don't have to speak perfectly. You just have to speak consistently. Powerful daily shadowing routine. Choose 1 minute of a video. Repeat each sentence 3 times. Practice for just 5 to 10 minutes. Do it every single day, no matter what. After 1 week, you will feel the difference. After 1 month, your mouth will feel faster, clearer, stronger. After 3 months, you will sound more natural, more fluent, more confident. Shadowing is not magic. It's daily mouth training, and daily training builds mastery. Even if you are shy, even if you don't have someone to talk to, even if you're still a beginner, shadowing gives you the power to speak. This is one of the most effective ways to build your English voice. Step 5. Talk to yourself in English every day. This step is about using the one person who is always with you. Who is that? You. Yes, you can talk to yourself, and that will build your English faster than you expect. Now listen carefully. Most people think they can only speak English when someone else is there. They think, I don't have a partner. I have nobody to talk to. I'm always alone. So they wait, and they wait, and they wait. And in that waiting, they forget to speak. But this is the truth. The best person to practice with is always available. It's you. You can start right now, right where you are. This is not silly. This is not strange. This is smart. This is serious. This is real training. Let me explain how to do it. Start your morning with 1 English sentence. When you wake up, say something like, "Today I will speak English with courage. I'm getting better every day. Mistakes are my teachers." Describe what you're doing. As you move through your day, say out loud what you are doing. For example, I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making tea. I'm going to work. I'm tired, but I want to keep learning. Ask yourself questions and use simple conversations like, how do I feel today? I feel happy. I studied well. What did I do yesterday? I watched an English video. What will I eat? I will eat rice and vegetables. Use a mirror. Look into your own eyes and speak. This builds confidence. It feels awkward at first, but soon it becomes powerful. You learn to trust your own voice. Before sleep, review your day in English, lie down in bed and say, "Today I spoke English 3 times. I learned 1 new sentence. Tomorrow I will speak more." Why talking to yourself works. There's no pressure. There's no fear of judgment. There's no mistake that will embarrass you. You create a safe space for English to grow. And most importantly, you are creating the habit of thinking in English. When you talk to yourself in English daily, something powerful happens. Your brain stops translating. Your thoughts begin to form in English, and your words come more naturally. Confidence doesn't come when someone else speaks. Confidence comes when you use your own voice, again and again. So, from today, start speaking to yourself, even for 2 minutes, even if it's just 1 sentence, even if your grammar is not perfect. Because every time you do this, you're building fluency, you're building power, you're building trust with your own voice. And the next time someone speaks to you, you won't freeze, you won't panic, because your mouth and mind are already trained. So repeat this every day. I am not waiting for someone to speak English with me. I am speaking with myself. And that is enough to grow. Step 6. Ask simple questions and listen more. Many people think that to be a confident English speaker, you must speak a lot. They believe that if you don't talk for 10 minutes, or if you don't tell a big story, then you are not good at English. But this is not true. Speaking confidently does not mean speaking more. It means speaking wisely. And one of the smartest ways to become confident in English is by asking simple questions and listening carefully. When you ask a question, you are doing 4 important things at the same time. 1. You are starting the conversation without pressure. 2. You are giving the other person a chance to speak, so you don't have to carry all the talking. 3. You are showing confidence because only confident people are curious and brave enough to ask questions. 4. You are learning by listening to the words, accent, and answers of the person you're talking to. So instead of thinking, what should I say now? What if I make a mistake? How can I speak more? You should start thinking, what can I ask? How can I learn something interesting about this person? What simple sentence can I use to continue the conversation? Because this mindset takes the pressure away from you. You don't need to speak for 5 minutes. You just need to ask one small question and let the conversation grow. These questions are easy, safe, and useful in real life. You can use them anywhere. In school, college, work, meetings, public places, interviews, or just when talking to a stranger. Where are you from? What do you do? Do you like this place? What do you do in your free time? How was your weekend? What kind of music do you enjoy? Do you watch movies? What's your favorite one? Have you always lived here? What's your favorite food? Have you been to this place before? These questions are not complicated. They are not confusing. They are simple. And that's why they work. They open the door to more conversation. And once the person replies, you can keep it going by saying, "Oh, really? That's interesting. Wow, tell me more about that. I've never tried that before. I agree with you. That sounds fun." All of these sentences are safe, respectful, and easy to remember. Why listening is also a sign of confidence. Now let's talk about listening. When someone is speaking and you listen with full attention, you are showing strength. You are showing respect. You are showing that you are comfortable, that you don't need to control everything. Most nervous learners speak too fast. They try to say everything quickly. They interrupt. They don't listen because they are afraid. But confident people listen slowly. They are not afraid of silence. They allow the other person to express themselves. And when it's their turn, they speak clearly and calmly. So if you want to be confident, learn to enjoy listening. Listen to their answers. Watch their body language. Learn from their sentence structure. Notice the words they use. Because every conversation is a free English lesson if you listen with your full mind. Don't worry about speaking long. Ask short, friendly questions. Let the other person talk. Listen fully. Then reply with calm, kind, simple answers. Asking is power. Listening is confidence. Step 7. Confidence lives in your body first. When you feel nervous about speaking English, what happens to your body? Your heart beats faster. Your shoulders become tight. You avoid eye contact. Your throat becomes dry. Your hands feel cold. You look down. You start breathing quickly. You feel uncomfortable, and your voice becomes small or shaky. This is your body reacting to fear. This is not about grammar. This is not about vocabulary. This is about your physical state. Now listen carefully. Your body controls your voice. Your body controls your breath. Your body controls your confidence. And your body sends messages to your brain every second. If your body is tight, nervous, closed, your brain receives this message. We are in danger. Don't speak. But if your body is open, calm, strong, your brain receives a different message. We are safe. We can speak clearly. This is a very important key. You cannot speak English confidently if your body is in fear. So before you speak, you must prepare your body. How to prepare your body for confident English speaking. 1. Breathe deeply and slowly. Take 3 slow breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. This will calm your nervous system and make you feel safer. 2. Stand or sit with a straight back. Don't bend your neck. Don't look down. Lift your chin slightly. Sit tall. Your posture affects your energy. 3. Relax your shoulders. When you feel scared, your shoulders become tight. Drop them down. Shake them gently. Let go of that tension. 4. Smile, even a small one. A real smile changes the signals in your brain. It reduces fear and increases trust. Even if you don't feel happy, just smiling helps you feel more open. 5. Look at the person, not the ground. Eye contact builds connection. Even if it's only for a second, practice it. Look at the person when you speak. It builds trust and shows strength. 6. Use your hands when you talk. Don't keep your arms frozen. Move your hands slowly. Let your body support your voice. This will help you feel more natural. 7. Slow down your voice. When you speak slowly, you feel more in control. Don't rush. Don't fight the silence. Speak slowly, clearly, and with intention. Why this works? Because your body and your brain are always talking to each other. If your body is tight, your brain panics. If your body is calm, your brain says, "We can speak now." It's that simple. So next time, before you enter a classroom, a meeting, or any place where you need to speak English, don't focus only on words. Focus on your body first. Take a breath. Fix your posture. Relax your face. Let your voice come naturally. This is how you turn fear into confidence. With your body. English is not only in the mouth. It starts in your breath. It grows in your posture. It lives in your body. So if you want to speak powerfully, you must feel powerful. And you must let your body support you. Step 8. Fail on purpose. Get rejected. Keep going. If you want to become truly confident in English, if you want to speak without fear, if you want to stop feeling nervous when someone says hello in English, then you must learn this powerful truth. You must fail on purpose. Yes, you read that correctly. You must face failure. You must talk when you're scared. You must make mistakes and still keep speaking. You must walk straight into the fear and come out stronger. Why? Because failure is not the enemy. Fear of failure is. Most English learners stop speaking when someone laughs at their grammar. They forget a word. Someone replies too fast and they don't understand. They feel embarrassed. They think they sound stupid. Their accent is not perfect. And so they stop speaking. They avoid conversations. They stay silent. And silence becomes their habit. But if you want confidence, you must break this pattern. You must do something different. You must look fear in the face and speak anyway. That's why I say fail on purpose. That means you must go and talk to people. Even when you know you might make a mistake. Even when you know they may not understand you. Even when your voice is shaking. Even when you are not ready. You do it anyway. This is how brave people grow. This is how muscles of courage are built. When you speak and fail, you learn something. When you speak and forget a word, you remember it better next time. When you speak and get rejected, your heart becomes stronger. When you speak and someone ignores you, your skin becomes thicker. When you speak and survive the embarrassment, your brain becomes fearless. This is how true confidence is born, not from avoiding failure, but from walking through it, again and again. Think about this. Every confident person you see today, the teacher, the speaker, the actor, the YouTuber, the businessman, they were all beginners once. They all made mistakes. They all said stupid things. They were all laughed at. They were all scared. They all wanted to quit. But they didn't stop. They kept speaking. They kept failing. They kept learning. And one day, confidence became their second nature. That can be you too, but only if you're ready to walk through the fire of fear. Go talk to one stranger in English this week. Ask one question in public, even if your voice shakes. Say one English sentence at work or in school, even if your accent is different. Make one mistake and smile. Survive one awkward moment and do it again tomorrow. Because every time you do this, you remove the power of fear. You stop being afraid of English, and you become someone who can speak freely, bravely, and confidently. You don't become fearless by avoiding fear. You become fearless by walking through it again and again until it stops controlling you. This is the truth. This is the path. This is step 8. Step 9. Visualize before the conversation. It's something used by world-class athletes, by public speakers, by stage performers, by actors, and by successful people in every field. But very few English learners use it. And that's why most learners feel lost during real conversations. This technique is called visualization. Visualization means you close your eyes and you imagine yourself speaking English successfully before the real situation happens. You mentally walk through the entire conversation like it's already happening. You see it, you feel it, you live it inside your mind before it happens in the real world. Let's say tomorrow you will meet someone new at work. You feel nervous. You're not sure what to say. You're worried your English will not be good. Now, what most people do, they think of everything that could go wrong. What if I forget words? What if they speak too fast? What if I look stupid? This creates anxiety, and that anxiety blocks your voice. But if you practice visualization, here's what you do instead. You close your eyes. You take a deep breath. You imagine the moment clearly. You walk up to the person. You smile. You say, "Hi, I'm your name. Nice to meet you." You feel calm. You ask a simple question. "Where are you from?" The person replies with a smile. You listen. You nod. You reply, "That's interesting." You speak slowly, clearly, calmly. You feel relaxed and natural. You end the conversation by saying, "Nice talking to you." You do this in your mind, slowly, clearly, repeatedly. You imagine yourself being the confident version of you. And the most important part, your brain doesn't know the difference between real and imagined experiences. When you visualize something deeply, Your brain thinks it already happened. So when the real moment comes, your brain says, "Oh, we've done this before. We know how this works. Let's speak." You don't freeze. You don't panic. Because your brain feels prepared. And when your brain is prepared, your voice becomes free. This is what top athletes do before big matches. They see themselves scoring. They feel the moment. And when the match comes, they perform with calmness. You can use the same method. For English, before any English situation, close your eyes. Imagine the room, the person, the moment. Imagine yourself speaking clearly and confidently. Feel it, believe it. Repeat it 2 or 3 times. Then go and live it in real life. Start with small things. Visualize asking for directions. Visualize ordering food. Visualize introducing yourself. Visualize talking to a stranger. You'll be amazed at how much more confident you feel, even before you speak, because you trained your mind first. Confidence begins in the mind, before it shows in the mouth. Visualization is like mental practice. It makes you stronger, calmer, more focused. It's not fantasy. It's not imagination. It's preparation. It's rehearsal. It's mindset training. The most powerful speakers in the world use it. Now it's your turn. Step 10. Speak English every single day, no matter what. Many learners ask this question. How can I speak English fluently? How can I stop feeling nervous when I speak? How can I become confident like other people? How can I improve faster? And the answer is always the same. You must speak English every single day, no matter what. Let me repeat that again. You must speak English every single day, no matter what. Not once a week. Not only during class. Not only when you feel ready. Not only when someone asks you something. Every single day, no matter how you feel. Because daily speaking is the only real way to build speaking confidence. If you want to become good at speaking, then you must speak. Not just listen, not just read, not just think about speaking. You must actually move your mouth, use your voice, say the words out loud every day. This is how we learn every skill in life. If you want to learn how to swim, you get in the water every day. If you want to learn how to drive, you touch the steering wheel every day. If you want to learn how to play the guitar, you move your fingers every day. And if you want to learn how to speak English confidently, you must speak every single day. Even 1 minute is enough. Even 1 sentence is enough. Even a short, simple self-talk in the mirror is enough. But the key is consistency, repetition, discipline. No excuses, no breaks, no waiting, no skipping. Because when you do something every day, it becomes your identity. And when something becomes your identity, you stop struggling. Think about this. Do you struggle to brush your teeth? No. You do it every day. Even if you're tired, even if you're late, even if you're stressed. Why? Because it's part of who you are. That's the level you must reach with English speaking. It must become part of your daily life. Not just your study routine, your life. Speak when you wake up. Speak when you are walking alone. Speak when you're thinking. Speak when you're tired. Speak even when you don't want to. Because every day you speak, your fear becomes smaller. Your voice becomes stronger. Your grammar becomes more natural. Your brain becomes faster. And your confidence becomes unbreakable. But if you stop, even for 1 week, you lose your flow. You lose your momentum. You start thinking again. You start translating again. And fear comes back. Confidence is not built by big actions once. It is built by small actions repeated every single day. Here's how you can speak every day, even if you're alone. Talk to yourself in the mirror for 2 minutes. Describe what you're doing. I'm drinking water. I'm writing a message. Record a 30-second voice message on your phone. Read 3 English sentences out loud from a book or article. Watch a short English video and repeat the sentences aloud. Join an English WhatsApp or Telegram group and type 1 voice message a day. Talk to a friend who is also learning. Teach one thing you learned, even if it's to your pet or a wall. All of these count. What matters is that you're using your voice in English. Every single day, no matter what, no matter how busy you are, no matter how scared you feel, no matter how many mistakes you make. Because the learners who speak daily, they become speakers. The learners who wait for perfection, they stay silent forever. So remember this forever. Speaking English daily is not a tip. It is not a secret. It is not optional. It is the rule. It is the way. It is the solution. Now let me speak to you, not as a teacher, but as a friend, as someone who truly wants you to become everything you can be, as someone who knows what it feels like to be afraid, to feel small, to stay silent, to watch other people speak with confidence while you hide in the background. I know that pain. I know that feeling. And I also know that you don't want to feel that way anymore, because somewhere inside you, there is a dream. You want to speak freely. You want to express your ideas. You want to stand tall. You want people to respect you. You want to show the world that you are not weak, that you are not dumb, that you are not silent. You want to show the world who you really are. And English is the key, not just for school, not just for a job, but for your voice, for your power, for your future. Because when you speak English with confidence, you meet new people, you learn new things, you get better jobs, you earn more money, you connect with the world, you grow your mind, you grow your life, but most importantly, you feel free, you feel proud, you feel alive. And that is what I want for you. Remember, no one else can do this for you. Not your teacher, not your parents, not your friends, not even me. Only you can do it. Only you can decide that you will no longer live in fear, that you will no longer wait, that you will no longer stay silent while others speak. Because the only way to speak English with confidence is to speak every day, even when it's hard, even when you make mistakes. Even when you feel small, even when nobody understands you, you speak anyway. You speak with a shaking voice. You speak with broken grammar. You speak with limited vocabulary. You speak with doubt in your heart, but courage in your mouth. And over time, you become unstoppable. Not because your English is perfect, but because your spirit is strong. And that is what people respect. Not perfect grammar, but brave communication. Not big words, but honest words. Not native accent, but real connection. So here's my final message to you. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now. Speak now. Fail now. Grow now. Become who you were meant to be. Let the world hear your voice. Let the world feel your energy. Let the world see your courage. And one day, not far from now, someone will listen to you speak. And they will say, I want to speak like that one day. And you will smile, because you will remember this video. You will remember this moment. You will remember the day you decided to stop being afraid and start becoming powerful. Your future begins now. Speak English every day. Speak with confidence. and never ever stop. You are ready. This is your time. If this video helped you feel more confident in English, subscribe to this channel. New videos like this will help you speak English with confidence, step by step,